Hey, glad you could make it. If you raise bees, do not keep them between your knees. Let me get this thing off here. You know, this screen thing, it's a cheap thing at Harbor Freight. I like it because it doesn't get fogged up. Okay. Hey, I'm going to talk a little bit about the paint here. I've kind of had a couple of questions. And let me get this thing off here. The skies are semi-threatening, but it's warm. So if there's one drop of rain, I'm going to have to get the tarps on this thing, you know. So what I've done is I scrape this thing by hand, basically. You know, I actually like scraping paint. It gives you time to plot against the world. I actually, when I was a kid, I worked for a professional painter, and the best job was scraping. As long as you kept scraping, he didn't yell at you. Oh yeah. So yeah, I knocked the paint off, you know, with the scraper. Then I just go over it with those wire brushes, and I'm not using any chemicals here, just because it's the neighbors. And, you know, the drain down here goes right to the stream. And there's a lovely duck pond across the street. Hey, what's going on over here? Oh, oh, hi, kids. Yay. This is a nice neighborhood. It really is. And I'm doing my best to make it better. See, I will be a much better citizen when I clean this mess up and finish all this landscaping and stuff. I got to do this cool old house here. This was my grandpa's house, and this house he bought it in 1939, and I think it cost $5,000, you know, with the garage. And this lathe here cost almost $3,500. This axle set. So these little machines, but you know, back in the day, cost as much as a house. Kind of like a Monarch 10EE is now, you know. Yeah, more kids. Hi. Chloe's got a fan club here. But, you know, I get a little bit of chance here. I just knock a little bit of paint off of it and fix things, you know. And I'm using these $10, when they're on sale, Harbor Freight angle grinders with brushes on. I'm going to try this soft brush. But, you know, the real aggressive one is the one that goes straight. But really be careful with that one. You know, I always end up with some wires stuck in my legs or something from it. So that's kind of what I'm doing. And what I use for paint, the kids are just getting out from school here. All kinds of kids. You know, I have to keep an eye on Chloe. She's pretty dangerous. But I'll tell you what I've been using for paint. We're going to go in here, big mess, terrible embarrassment. See, I look at this and I go, you know, you really got to clean that crap up. Well, I'm using Case International International Harvester, Case IH. Their paint, their tractor paint. And I think here's their primer here. You see that? And it's not very expensive at the Case IH dealer. And here's the thinner. And I'm not kidding. That stuff's really, really strong. But I don't, you know, have the skills, or I've never have sprayed paint. And I put the paint on the machines. This machine here, just with a brush. And I think it looks okay. You know, there's guys on YouTube here that just do fantastic automotive quality paint jobs. But I think this is pretty good. I think it's pretty good like that, you know. Now, this paint here, The International Harvester dark gray paint is this right here. It's almost black. And to get this color, I mixed their brilliant white in. And the reason I went with this paint, I usually go with Sherwin-Williams over the years, you know, and because it's a great paint. But there's nobody here in Walla Walla anymore at the paint stores that have any idea of what they have for industrial paints. I mean, they couldn't even, I don't know, wouldn't even look it up in a catalog. So it's just kind of a house thing only. And I was complaining about it down at the case dealer. And the guy goes, well, we got this great paint here and it's tough. We put it on the buckets. So I go, well, that's got to be tough. So anyway, I mixed the brilliant white with this really dark. It's this right here too. Really dark, you know, like I highlighted that down there. And I think it looks great. And I probably, this old Monarch here, I painted with Sherwin-Williams paint. Back in the day, this was over 20 years ago, maybe 25 years ago, and it was their industrial gray paint. And somehow they couldn't direct me to that. So that's why I went with this Case IH paint, and it's great, you know. I tell you, the primer is just extremely aggressive. And I use a brush and those sponge brushes too. And I just put it on thin coats. I put it on real thin coats and then sand it between coats, scuff it up. You know, steel wool or something, I don't know, whatever. But I think it looks okay. You know, it looks like a machine tool. Now, Will Sheffield Bailey, who I call the Blade, he caught me, he busted me. He goes, how come your machine tools look so good? How do you keep that stuff looking good? And I'll tell you the secret right now. And then you no longer have to have dull machines. And I tell you what, now this was pointed out to me by a Navy machinist. They had to keep those machines looking good, you know. I mean shine. And the way I do it, it's probably won't work for you, is when I do these videos, I wipe the machines down with a rag and with kerosene. And they really shine. See, this one's starting to get a little bit dull. So I take a rag with kerosene, see, that thing will shine right up, you know? And it fools the camera. The camera only has one eye. And you can put it, in another life I was an industrial photographer, and it's called putting an optically clean coating on things. And you can do it in food photography and all kinds of things, you know. It's like putting a little salt in the beer so it looks bubbly in the photograph, you know. You gotta make stuff look good if you're doing menus. So, you know, you wipe things down, a little olive oil, a little salt in the beer, make that food look good. But it's important in the fact that if you're in business or, you know, you're starting out and you want to get customers, you know, it's good if your machines look really nice. You know, it makes a difference. You know, don't look at me, look at the machines. Okay, well, I'm gonna get back in grinding, and that's real boring. So I'll get this video loaded, and I'll get back in here. I got something to do under the machine, under the top. Yeah. So it's gonna be a Beauty and the Beast again. Oh, and what a beast she is. Okay, bye.